Dear folks, it's an interesting topic. I'm an Indian. I'm proud to be an Indian. This is the land of Mahatma Gandhi. Can we proudly say now? Now, India is the most corrupted country in the world. A recent research has given 2G spectrum of 1,76,000 crore is the highest corrupted amount involved. So, can we be proud to say that we are Indians? In the world, if you take the list of the most corrupted countries in the world, in the first 5 India comes. What shall we do? Recently, in this past 3 years alone, we find nearly 15 lakh crore has gone as a corrupted scams and bribes were involved. The Indians in the world, they have their black money stored up in Switzerland banks, the highest deposited money by Indians, not from any other country. So, if alone this corrupted amount, if alone the black money comes to India, we would have been the richest richest nation in the world. So, here in your page number 170 and 172, see the reasons for corruption in India is because of the private sector or the government sector. Reasons for corruption in India, is it the government sector or private sector? So, for private sectors are more involved in corruption. So, what are the points here? To get admission in various private schools, private colleges and private universities, the private administration demand lakhs of rupees from the people as donation. For LKG student to get admitted in a school, you have to pay 25,000, 30,000, 50,000. Any engineering college, if you want to go and join according to your wish, you have to pay amount in lakhs. Medical college, you have to pay 50 lakh, 60 lakh. No admission without paying amount. Donation is a norm. So, who are the reasons? It is the private people. Second point, private land grabbing by real estate mafias are done by private. These private people, what do? They take away the government land. They take away the others' land. Who are these people? This is the private people. Third point, the big companies have liaison officers. What do you mean by liaison? Liaison is the big companies, they have an officer. The duty of that officer is to go give money to the government people and get the contracts. So, they are called liaison officers. These liaison officers pay bribe to the government officers. So, they are called liaison officer. So, the big companies have liaison officers who can bribe any official by different political parties, and they give donations by expecting favorable license from the political parties which come to the power. So, what do? Big companies have some people, they give some amount and they get their things done, that is called liaison officers. So, next, it is not the private people, it is the government people who are the reasons for bribes. So, what are the points you can say? See here, government sector is the main reason for corruption. What are the points you can say? Government is involved in many corruption cases like 2G spectrum case involving 1,76,000 crore. What do you mean by 2G spectrum? 1G means you are speaking from phone to phone, first generation. 2G means what? You are not only speaking, all the government messages, the bank deposit, you deposit your money, that will come as a message to your phone. It is called 2G. You can do your banking service, networking service. It is called 2G spectrum. 3G spectrum, of course, third generation. You can speak by looking the opposite party's face and you can speak. That is 3G spectrum. So, in that 2G spectrum, 1,76,000 crore has been taken away and it is involved, and one minister even now he is in the central jail, Mr. Raja, everybody knows that. Commonwealth Games, India conducted Commonwealth Games and corruption involving rupees 40,000 crore. 40,000 crore has gone. Others housing corruption in Maharashtra. Others housing means what? The buildings, the houses meant for Kargil soldiers who have lost their life. But those houses are taken by politicians. Even Maharashtra chief minister was arrested because of that. Now, next, second point. Only if you pay bribe to the government officials you can get licenses. Only if you pay bribe you can get government licenses. Corruption is everywhere, from government hospitals. Any government hospital you go, without paying a bribe you cannot get any delivery or whatever it is. Land registration office, you want to purchase a land, you have to pay some amount over there. And getting community certificates, ration cards, you have to pay money. Everybody knows that. Everybody are affected. That is what one Anna Hazare has come to fight against the bribed persons. Number third, 90% of the government officials are corrupt. Even some of the judges were corrupt and some were removed from their post. So 90% of government people are corrupt. Even judges are corrupt. Next here, fourth one, private sector. If they want to start a medical college or an engineering college, first they should pay crores of money to government officials to get licenses. So private people, if they want to start an engineering college or medical college, they have to pay a lot of bribe. Next point, fifth point, basic needs of man like water, electricity, security, etc. are provided only by the government. So the basic facilities are provided only by the government. So the ordinary people must give a donation to the government officials to get these needs. The government should privatize the above basic needs of people. See, to get a gas, to get electricity, to get water connection, to get security, the private people should go to, only government is providing. They should pay an amount to the government official. Number 6, military men and judges are considered to be men above suspicion. So earlier we were thinking military men and judges, they won't get bribes. But now what happened? But even these officials involved in bribes, a retired Supreme Court judge has said 10% of judges are involved in corruption. So even judiciary has gone. 10% of judges are involved in corruption. That's what the recent study says. So நண்பர்களே, உங்களுடைய reasons for corruption in India, இந்தியாவிலுடைய லஞ்சத்தின் காரணம் என்ன? இது தனியார் துறையா அரசாங்கத் துறையா? உங்களுடைய கூட்டு விவாத புக்கு 170லிருந்து 172 எடுத்துக்கொள்ளுங்கள். நம்பர் 1 பாயிண்ட், பிரைவேட் தனியார் துறைகள் தான் இந்த லஞ்சத்தை ஊக்குவிக்கிறது என்கிற கருத்திலே 3 பாயிண்ட்கள் கொடுத்திருக்கிறோம். முதலாவதாக, தனியார் பள்ளிகள், கல்லூரிகள், பல்கலைக்கழகங்கள் ஆரம்பிப்பதற்கு இது யார் தனியார் துறை பள்ளிக்கூடங்கள் எல்லாம் சேருவதற்கு நான் மக்கள் லட்சக்கணக்கில் கொடுத்தா தான் தனியார் துறையில் சேர முடியும். தனியார் துறையில் இருக்கக்கூடியவர்கள் அரசாங்க நிலத்தை ஆக்கிரமிப்பு செய்து கொள்கிறார்கள். மூன்றாவது பாயிண்ட் பார்த்திங்கன்னா, தனியார் துறை அதிகாரிகள் அவர்கள் என்ன பண்ணுறாங்கன்னா, தங்களுக்குள்ள பெரிய பெரிய கம்பெனிகள்லாம் ஒரு அதிகாரியை வைத்துக் கொள்கிறார். அந்த அதிகாரி போய் அரசாங்க அதிகாரிகளுக்கு கோடிக்கணக்கில் லட்சக்கணக்கில் கொடுத்து காரியங்களை சாதிக்க வேண்டும். இல்லை கவர்மெண்ட் செக்டர் தான் இந்த லஞ்சத்துக்கு முக்கிய காரணம் என்கிற பாயிண்டில் பார்த்திங்கன்னா, நம்பர் 1, 2G ஸ்பெக்ட்ரமில் 1,76,000 கோடி, காமன்வெல்த் கேம்ஸில் 40,000 கோடி, ஆதர்ஷ் ஹவுசிங் ஸ்கீம், இந்த கார்கில் வீரர்களுக்காக ஒதுக்கப்பட்ட வீட்டை இந்த அரசியல்வாதிகள் பயன்படுத்தி கொண்டார்கள். அது ஒன்று. இது காங்கிரஸ் ஆட்சியில் இப்பொழுது நடைபெற்றது. அடுத்ததாக பாருங்கள், இப்போ நீங்கள் அரசாங்க அதிகாரிகளுக்கு நீங்கள் பணம் கொடுத்தால்தான் உங்களுக்கு லைசன்ஸ் கிடைக்கும், கவர்மெண்ட் ஹாஸ்பிட்டலில் காரியம் நடக்கும், இடம் பதிவு செய்வதற்கு நடக்கும், கம்யூனிட்டி சர்டிஃபிகேட் வாங்குவதற்கு, ரேஷன் கார்டு வாங்குவதற்கு பணம் தேவை. பணம் இல்லாமல் ஒன்றும் நடக்காது. அடுத்த பாயிண்ட்டு, 90% அதிகாரிகள் லஞ்சம் வாங்கக்கூடியவர்களாக இருக்கிறார்கள். இவர்கள் நீதிபதிகளாகவும் இருந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். இப்போ பிரைவேட் துறையிலே மெடிக்கல் காலேஜ் ஆரம்பிக்க வேண்டும், என்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜ் ஆரம்பிக்க வேண்டும் என்றால் அரசாங்க அதிகாரிகளுக்கு பணம் கொடுத்தே ஆக வேண்டும். 5வது பாயிண்ட், அடிப்படை தேவைகளான தண்ணீர், மின்சாரம், பாதுகாப்பு, இவைகள் அனைத்தும் அரசாங்கத்திடம் இருக்கிறது. ஸோ அரசாங்க அதிகாரிகள் லஞ்சம் வாங்குகிறார்கள், அது தனியார் துறையில் ஆக்க வேண்டும். 6வது, மிலிட்ரி, இராணுவம், நீதித்துறை இரண்டும் தான் லஞ்சம் வாங்காத துறைகளாக இருந்தது. இப்போ அதுவும் லஞ்சம் வாங்கி கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். ஸோ இவைகள் தான் இதனுடைய பாயிண்ட்ஸ். ஸோ இப்பொழுது யார் என்ன காரணத்திற்காக லஞ்சம் வாங்குகிறார்கள், தனியார் துறையா அரசாங்கத்துறையா என்பதற்கு we shall ask the viewers. Yes, so why don't you tell me what's your point?
The politician who get bribed should be arrested and punished. They spoil India's name.
Okay, she says the politicians are the persons who get the corrupted money and they spoil the name of India. So they should be punished. What is your point of view?
10th answer sheet, 12th answer sheet, degree, college admissions can be got by paying.
Okay, 10th admission, 10th answer sheet, 12th answer sheet, college admission, everything can be got by giving bribes. So that should be, they should be punished. What is your point of view?
From cradle to death, we should pay corruption. For birth certificate and death certificate, without bribing the official, we cannot get this certificate.
Cradle to death, from the time of the birth to the time of the death, we have to pay money as a donation or bribe. For birth certificate to the death certificate, only by paying money you can get things done. Okay, what is your point of view?
By paying bribes, we can buy MLAs, MPs, ministers, I.A.S. officers. Money can do everything.
Okay,
Anything.
money can do anything and everything. You can buy MLAs, MPs, ministers, judges, anybody you can buy. That is her point of view. What's your point of view?
Government officials are more responsible for corruption because they get money from the people who want to start private colleges, schools. This motivates these people to get bribe from the ordinary people.
Okay, the government officials are the reasons. Imagine to get a police job, to get a teacher's job, they pay 5 lakhs and 10 lakhs. To get licenses for engineering, they pay lakhs. And obviously, what do? To get back the money, they try to get it from the people. What's your point of view?
In India, everywhere bribe. People stocks, sleep, eats are bribe. So people should be destroyed.
So people eat, sleep, talk and do everything. Everything is corruption, 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 corruption. This is what
The corruption activities starts from the private sector. So the private sector, they want to develop and start a business, and they want to get a legal authority, but they are getting in an illegal manner. They're paying the bribes to government and the politicians.
okay. They private people, they pay a lot of money. Okay, your point.
I think both private and government are involved in the corruptions.
Okay, government and private are involved in corruption.
That even the government sectors are the main reason for the corruptions.
Government sector.
They makes the private sector even to make corrupt.
Okay.
Politicians are the may also be the main reason for the corruptions. When we take 2G spectrum or the Commonwealth Games or IPL scams are involved or made only by the government.
Okay, what's your point of view?
Nowadays, all people who are working in private sector and government sector are involving corruption because of to earn lot of amount, mean huge amount of money within short period.
Both the government sector and private sector are involving in corruptions. When we see government sector, the persons donating more money for getting license for the engineering colleges and private medical colleges, and when see in private corruption, the Lalit Modi, who is getting more than 1,000 crores from IPL owners, or corruption in the private sector.
IPL is involved in corruption. Okay, your point.
Government administration will be action, will be punishment will high. Total of.
Very good, sir. What's your point of view?
So I think so government sectors are mostly linked on corruption. So because most of the political parties have been lending so much of corruption, so like government contracts, when some roads are when the government should put roads to some streets or areas, councillors have been the money has been given to the councillors from crores. In that the councillor are taking 50% of for themselves and putting bad roads for less money. That leads to corruption.
Okay, very good. The reason are government officials. Okay, very good, sir. We had a wonderful discussion. Okay, let us take an oath that in future we never give bribe and never take bribe. Yes, sir. By this we shall end the discussion. Thank you, sir.